Okay. So, that as I said that there will be a discussion regarding the assignment 4. So, thank you for your participation and your enthusiastic submission regarding the course objective and that things. I have received all those things and I am going through all those things, and I will be assigned the marks once I complete whole, after going through whole objective and whatever the assignment was given, and then I will upload the marks in your forum. So, now today let us say that since I cannot provide the solution, see this assignment, there is no solution of this assignment, this is a individual feedback I have to provide it. So, instead of providing the individual feedback, I categorize that your written objective in some category, and then I will discuss what should be the good objective and what is missing, what has to be done, those things. If I discuss that things, that may be benefit to you. So, let us start the discussion. What I said, a course objective, or whether it is course level, module level or unit level, the objective should be specific. If you see, this is available in our website also. Example objective, a objective should be a statement which is specific, measurable and achievable, that students should able to do after receiving the instruction. So, if you read this statement, it is said first that objective must be learner centric, that it will be doing by the learner. It is not that what teacher will teach, it is the what learner has to perform at the end of the course. So, as I said in my course, the learning is the learner responsibility, not the teacher responsibility. So, teacher cannot say that I will teach, that may not affect with the learner. So, objective should be written on learner centric, that means what learner will able to do after you are receiving the course, and every objective must be specific, measurable and achievable. So, if I say specific means once I write the objective, if I want to specify the objective, it requires a condition component. That means, I cannot say learner will able to design an aeroplane, not specific. So, I can say that objective must be specific. Once I say the specific, then the context is coming out. So, what the context has to be defined by the condition component. Okay. And then I said measurable, that is called performance component, and I said achievable. If suppose I writing the course objective for class 12 level and I writing the course objective for BTech engineer, the level will be different. So, achievable, within that 40 lectures, whether this objective is achievable or not, that should be defined by the criteria component. So, a objective has 3 components: performance component, condition component and criteria component. If you have that 3 components, then objective must be specific, measurable and achievable. Okay. Now, many of you written that objective in a single line statement. It may not be a single line statement, it may be a one paragraph. It is not necessary the objective must be written in a single statement. It is not a single statement. It is a specific, measurable and achievable. It may be a one paragraph and it may contain more than one action verb of cognitive level. So, that means a more than one performance component may be there in the objective, but it should be specific, measurable and achievable. It is not a single line statement. And if you see that the student should able to do, so it is learner centric, not teacher centric. What teacher will deliver, not that objective. Objective is that what student will perform at the end of the course, that is the objective. Okay. Now, I give you one example. I give you my course, I just taught one course. So, I just give you the 3 course objective. There is another 2 objective I have not written here. So, there is a 5 course objective I have written for the outcome. A course outcome of my course is audio system engineering, which I taught in here. See that in first objective I have written, given the specification of an acoustics room, room may be a large room or small room acoustics, determine the reverberation time, mean free path, number of reflection per second, room modes and minimum volume for large room acoustics. So, if the specification is given, student should able to determine those parameters, and parameter I have explicitly mentioned. I have never write they will be able to determine the different parameters. So, different is explicitly mentioned. Outside that, maybe other parameters are there. By my course does not cover those other parameters. So, I have not said that objective is open ended. We say the second objective, given the specification for an auditorium, so that will be an instead of a, or studio requirement, list the acoustical requirement and design the acoustics part of the auditorium or studio. So, given specification for a auditorium or studio, the student will be able to list the acoustical requirement. So, one performance component. Second one is design the acoustics part of the auditorium and studio. So, I specifically mentioned that only the acoustics parts. Okay. The third objective, determine the sound reflection, transmission, absorption coefficient for a given acoustic source and condition. So, for a given acoustic source and condition, they should able to determine the reflection, transmission, absorption coefficient. So, whatever I want from that at the end of the students, it is written down without any ambiguity. Okay. So, now I give you some example from your written course, that some of the objective which are measurable, but not specific, not achievable within the course. For example, somebody has written AC and DC power measurement compare. What is the meaning? What will be given? AC DC power measurement comparison may be many complex, very simple. I can say that this is AC and this is DC measure. So, it can be very simple, it can be very complex, it can be many things. So, I can say this objective is not specific, objective is not achievable also. Student does not know where to go. So, why we come to the outcome based curriculum design instead of the syllabus? Same problem will exist here also. So, what is the difference? Syllabus said the topic list. For example, I give an example that a digital signal processing syllabus contain digital filter, discrete frequency transform, all topic list is defined. How much has to be covered is depend on the teachers. Some teachers may be very good in the conversion from discrete Fourier transform, but little bit of shaky in filter design. So, he may spend most of the time on discrete Fourier transform instead of filter design. But what is the optimal requirement for a B engineer? So, that is course objective. So, I said for this kind of B engineer, those things has to be written, those things has to be done. Once that is defined, then whoever is teaching, whoever the teachers, students know what they have to achieve. That is why I said student centric approach. If you see induction motor operate, what is the meaning? It is not a specific, not a measurable. So, you can say what part of the induction motor they should, what kind of skill you want from the student to the induction motor. It may require a one paragraph, you write the one paragraph, but not write a single line statement which does not have specificity, does not have the achievability. Synchronous generator illustrate. This is written. I have copied that objective from your staff to here. So, it is I have copied objective. So, this objective does not have a specific, does not contain that achievable things. Evaluate the circuits. Evaluate the circuits is open kind of statement. Are they able to evaluate any circuits? Suppose I give them the very complex circuits, are they able to evaluate it? So, that means whether it is achievable or not, I do not know. So, do not give the open ended objective which does not land to anywhere. So, objective must be specific, measurable and achievable. Another set of objective like this, not learner centric, to provide student necessary background to analyze language processor. What is the meaning? As a teacher you may provide, student may not understand. So, what students able to do, that is the objective. What you teach is not the objective. So, outcome based objective is what student will able to do is the outcome based objective. What you provide does not matter. So, once the goal is written, I said that once the goal is written, student may acquire that goal or achieve that goal from anywhere. It is not necessary that he has to depend on the class teacher only. He can depend on anybody and he can achieve the goal. So, as a teacher, I should provide the goal, I should provide the path, and I should provide some test item by which a student can say, judge whether he achieved the goal or not. Then whether the students achieve the goal from the teacher's help or from others' help does not matter. So, none of the objectives should not be written what teacher will teach. Objective should be written what students will able to do after the course, that is the course objective. Apply the basic concept of electronics. It is not the correct objective. Whether I apply or not, now no matter, does not matter. What kind of skill as a teacher you want from the students, that is the objective. To understand and identify and use SQL to query, update image database. What I have to perform as a student, you should mention in the objective, not what you will teach, what you will deliver. Okay? Next one, some objectives are not correct cognitive level. Suppose if you written a course objective, define big data and analytics, it is not a course objective. It may be a unit objective or it may be a module objective. So, what I said, write 5 to 6 course objectives. So, those course objectives are the major takeaway by the students, not the minor takeaway. There may be very minor takeaways there, but course objective is the major takeaway by the students. So, suppose if I say the big data analysis is my course, are the definition is the major takeaway of the students? It is not necessary. The course objective should be started from all cognitive level. It is not required. For a B engineer, if you receive the Washington records, I have said that Washington never said they should that they should only know define, describe and explain. Washington records said as a B engineer, if this course is for B engineer, they should able to design, analyze, synthesis, evaluate, not define, explain. Yes, define, explain they have to do. If the person knows design, he can explain it as per the cognitive, that is Bloom taxonomy. If you achieve the higher level, it is understood, the lower level you understand. That is why you achieve the higher level. So, none of the course objectives should not written which can be achieved by 1 or 2 lectures. So, I said 5 to 6 major takeaway of the students is the course objective. So, those objectives are not the course level objective. They may be a unit level or module level objective. Again, define the phase of compiler, phases of compiler. How many phases? What kinds of compiler? Which compiler? What are the different compilers are available? So, nothing is mentioned. So, it is not specific, not measurable, not a course level objective. Okay. So, objective is not a single line statement, it may be a paragraph, but it should be explicit, it should be understood by everybody. Okay. Student will able to describe the concept of performance computer pipeline. See that? Describe is not the course level objective, describe may be a unit level or module level objective. Then, if you say cognitive level is not correct, apply basic law of EM waves like gas law, whatever is there, apply law is not application level. If I say, I can give you an example, apply Newton's second law is not the skill. Given a force and acceleration, calculate the mass is a skill. So, instead of apply basic law of EM waves. Whether I apply basic law of EM waves, which is basic, is not again not defined. Understand? So, this application is not application level. So, you can say based on EM the law of EM waves, based on, but what I have to do? Okay, I have to determine something, I have to calculate something, I have to derive something, I have to design something, I have to evaluate something. That is the performance component, not this application is the performance component. Okay. So, this is the cognitive level is not correct, that is the category. Next category is not specific. Objective should not be contained the undefined words. If I say different, like, such as, should not be a part of the objective. Basic, something you know what the kinds of basic, but student does not know what do you mean by basic, what do you mean by different. Suppose I say if I write an objective, student will able to solve different differential equation, different order differential equation, and in the class I taught only first and second order, but as an examiner I set a paper on fifth order or third order differential equation, then student says this is out of syllabus, it is not taught in the class. So, instead of write the different, you write the parameter here. Compute A, B, C, D parameter. Okay. So, not like means there is something else also is there. So, compute A, B, C, D parameters using numerical method is correct. Okay. Various, like, those are not the part, should not be part of the objective. You just mention my course only contain this thing, not more than this thing is not contained in my course. Okay. So, that is the not specific, that is why it is not specific. Next one is not achievable. Determine the dynamic force in engineering mechanism. Any complex mechanism, if I give it is true. Maybe in a single course, how much complex mechanism you can taught, to specify that thing. That is the criteria component and condition component. Once you do that, then and there I can say this objective is achievable within that course. So, it is not required to say create hardware modeling and design flow. What complexity, what level is not there. Like that I can say my objective design an aeroplane. Is it achievable within a single class? Design an AC machine. There is lots of AC machine. What kind? Lots of complexity, varieties of complexities exist. So, what complexity I will taught in course has to be written in here. Design a filter. There is an enormous filter design. It cannot be taught in a single 40 lectures. Filter design cannot be taught in a single 40 lectures. So, in a course I should say, okay, I will taught filter design of these kinds of filter and of these kinds of specification. So, that may require a one paragraph instead of a single statement, but you write it in a single one paragraph, not in a single statement. Determine the use of plant conservation. What is? Which kind of plant, what complexity of the plant, nothing is given. So, it is not achievable. So, always remember when you write the objective, a objective must be specific, measurable and achievable. If your objective has three components, condition, criteria and performance, it should be specific, it will be measurable and it will be achievable. Achievable means within your 40 lectures, this objective must be achievable. Okay? Next criteria is that when you are writing the course objective or the major takeaway of the course, it does not require to write in a order, it may be any order, but major skill which student has to be performed at the end of the course or the course objective. Okay? So, course objective may not be a single line statement, it may be a one paragraph. Do not use the word various, like, such that, different. So, those kind, instead of writing those words, you put what do you mean by different. You list down what do you mean by different. So, it may be one paragraph, that is why I said, but it should be explicitly written down what will be given, what has to be performed, up to what level. That is the objective. If you write an objective, this is given, this you have to perform up to this level, this is my target of my course. If you attend my course, this kind of skill will be developed. Using this skill, this kind of problem you can solve. Finished. Student clear, teacher clear, anybody teach, any thermodynamics teach by some X person, teach by Y person, teach by Z person, student knows what he has to achieve. Whatever the misconception he will clear from teacher X, maybe teacher Y, maybe teacher Z, maybe from internet, maybe from NPTEL video, does not matter. But you are defining, as you are students of this course, you have to develop skill A, B, C, D. Finish. Okay? So, this is my feedback about your course objective. But unfortunately, most of the cases I found course objective are single line statement. So, my request is that instead of a single line statement, please write the course objective which is specific, which is measurable, which is achievable. So, right now the link is closed. So, link will be again open, my evaluation is over by Tuesday. So, from Tuesday link will be again open. Now, based on this feedback, you developed your whole course on that site and you know how to use that site. So, you can develop whole course, then you can submit the course for public view, public can give you comment, you can take the comment from your friends and start teaching. Supply that document before you go to the class, and you see the improvement of the student engagement, because students know where to go and how to go and what has to be done. So, they are interested. Okay, my teacher is not saying that derive this thing will come, not come, which paper will come, which question will come, they will not search for that. They will say, for this course I have to learn this thing. So, I can learn it from my hostel, from my colleague, from my fellow students, from MIT expert, from NPTEL video, from anywhere, but this is the target. So, as a teachers, developing is painful. You develop the whole course, which may require 1 year time, 1.5 year time I can see, or 3 to 4 month time if you are very enthusiastic about it. The portal will be open for you. You can develop your course, you can use this course for your teaching purpose. So, please correct all the objective whatever you written down based on this feedback. You write the objective correctly, develop the whole document and use it for teaching, and send me the result if it is improve the student engagement, student performance and student motivations. So, send me that acknowledgement or send me that kind of result. We are eager to collect those kind of result, so that I can prove that this methodology is very good for increasing the student engagement. Okay? So, thank you very much for your all of interest. So, now I can say that yes, the question paper, but I am personally thinking marks is not that our criteria. Our criteria should be what we have learned from this course or from this interaction. What can I say? So, you are free to my email ID is given. So, you are free to interact with me, you just free to call me. I will, whatever I know I can give you my best. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.